CES is the world's greatest technology show, and it was actually PC gaming that dominated the headlines this year with some huge announcements that I am very, very excited about. If you can't already tell, I've just got back from the show, and I'm a little bit exhausted and jet lagged, but there is news to be shared, so news shall be shared, if that makes sense. It all started on the Sunday, with Nvidia's press conference flying the flag for the PC enthusiast. Nvidia were actually really kind enough to fly me out there and cover all of my costs, and as such I've been able to try some of the new tech firsthand. The biggest news is this, the RTX 2060, a mid-range card that will allow for real-time ray tracing and of course DLSS. Built with the latest Turing architecture, this £329 GPU is aimed at 1080p and 1440p gaming, and unlike many expected, the full RTX suite is available for the next generation of lighting effects. Jensen acknowledged the performance drop with RTX on, but was very keen to show off just how dramatic the visual improvements can be, and assure us that ray tracing and DLSS can be combined together to result in more or less identical frame rates, but with far superior visuals. Regardless of your opinion on the tech, however, something I'm really pleased to see is Nvidia's adoption of the Adaptive Sync standard, which will allow for variable refresh rate on AMD's Freesync monitors. It will only function over DisplayPort at present, so HDMI displays are sadly absent, but it will allow you to access smoother gameplay at a lower price point. If you're more of a gamer on the move, however, then you'll be very glad to hear that RTX is also landing on laptops. As before, there are full fat and max Q options available, but each of the 2080, 70 and 60 equipped laptops will allow real-time ray tracing and DLSS, as well as faster than ever mobile gaming frame rates. If that's not enough graphics news for you, then you'll be very pleased to know that AMD is also throwing us a GPU flavoured bone. Alongside the tease of the upcoming 3rd generation Ryzen processors, AMD have unveiled the first 7nm GPU, which is aptly named the Radeon 7. We're looking at roughly the same sort of performance as Nvidia's 2080, but notably without any support for ray tracing. Pricing will start at $699, which is more or less the same as the 2080, so I'd certainly be wagering that this is going to be a very price dependent war, as now that AMD's FreeSync advantage has been essentially neutralised, it's all about performance and value. While at the show, I was also able to stop by the Asus booth for a look at a very heavy lineup of electronics. There are way too many to list in detail, but key releases include the heavily anticipated PG35VQ, and it looks like this will be finally gracing us by the end of Q1. There's also a huge range of RTX laptops, including the behemoth mothership convertible, and then a much more slimmer and lighter 17-inch Zephyrus S. But the thing that really caught my eye, however, was the new RTX 2080 Ti Matrix, a top-end GPU that's going to have a very large price tag to match, but it has a fully closed liquid cooling loop. This in itself is nothing new, but the thing that makes this so special is that it requires no external radiator to be mounted, as everything is custom fitted to the triple fan card and then enclosed within the triple slot design. Perhaps my favourite announcement of the entire show though actually took place in a hidden corner within the LG booth. You guys probably already know that the huge LG UC99 Monitor is what I use as my primary display on the daily, but it's just not ideal for gaming as it's just too slow. The GL950G, however, is the answer to my prayers, as it uses the exact same 38-inch ultra-wide form factor that I find so immersive, but it has a refresh rate up to 175Hz. This is absolutely incredible, and for gamers that have creative projects on the side like myself, I really think this could be the perfect display. And then finally, there's some genuinely exciting RGB news. I know, right? Incredible. The change comes in thanks to Corsair's new LIFX RGB manufacturing method, which allows the light to be mounted directly onto the PCB, which will give you an insanely small RGB node and one that's more power efficient than ever. The benefits are that you can now have brighter and more vivid lighting effects, but in even smaller places, which means we're likely to see full RGB in Corsair's wireless keyboards, as well as more elegant RGB integration in system components. It will be the brand new Dominator RGB RAM that will be the first to get hold of this tech, and like all the products in this video, I will be reviewing it very soon, so don't forget to get subscribed if you do want the latest information. If you have enjoyed this video though, please hit the like button as it really helps out, But let me know in the comment section, what is the best thing you've seen from CES? Is there something I've missed, or have I really hit the nail on the head and there's something in this video that you really can't wait to get hold of? Really interested to hear your thoughts as always, but as always, a massive thank you to you guys for watching, to Nvidia for actually taking me out to CES this year, and of course Asus for sponsoring this channel. A massive thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.